What's up, guys? It's Tyler again. Nice to see you. I hope your Friday has started off wonderful. Mine has. It's been kind of a nice week off. Get to basically just sit around the house and do nothing. And think about things, between life and work, but most of all sports, because oh my goodness, 10 days from today, actually 10 days from yesterday, the Lions will be playing their first game against the Bears at home, which will be interesting too, because this is one of 2 weeks that they're not going to have any fans in attendance. But as you see the mic'd up version from Matt Patricia, it's kind of nice to be able to see him joke around saying, the lights, what lights are you coming into, what music, and strobe lights and effects, and it's kind of neat to get that one-on-one, the communication that he has, the breakdown with his guys. So you can tell that they truly love him. But that's one thing. Thing two is we've got cut down on Saturday. I think the time is at 4 p.m. Saturday, tomorrow evening. So it'll be interesting to see how they do this year, because it's not the same. We haven't had the preseason games. You're going from 80-something down to 53-man roster. You've got the extended practice squad. So which ones actually get a spot on the practice squad that might not normally be on that squad? But would that be good too? Because obviously we've got the COVID thing, and things could possibly happen and change the way that the teams prepare. But at least now you can say, okay, well, I'm going to have a protected roster spot now for David Blau, let's say, or heaven forbid Ty Johnson doesn't make the team as a mid-round draft pick. So those can be protected, and you have some backup there. But I'd just like to talk about the roster a little bit today. That's where all my focus today is, and I'm hoping that you guys can put down in the comments kind of if you agree, disagree, if there's other players that you think might make it, might not, think I'm crazy with my projections or whatnot. Feel free to comment. First off, please hit the like and subscribe button. I'd like to continue doing these. I'd like to hear your comments on them, see if they make sense, see if I'm crazy, all of the above. I know there's so many of these YouTubers out there now that like to put their opinion, and I like to share mine. So let's have a good conversation about this. So let's look at the quarterback situation real quick. I'm just going to blast through this. Obviously, we know Stafford is the man. I like now that he's being so vocal about. You saw the report with Nate Burleson on Good Morning Football the other morning that basically Stafford had texted him and said, forget the could be dark horse, I'm going for it. So now he's finally grabbing the reins. I think he's always had that, really do. He's got the love of the game. He's got the love of his teammates. He loves his teammates to death, and he's just a phenomenal guy. Everything I see about him. His family's brilliant. His wife is mouthy, which is awesome, because he's not vocal at all, so she's not afraid to say that. So that's what I like about that whole family. It's fun to be able to watch them grow as your quarterback for your team type thing, without sounding creepy. Anyways, Stafford's going to have a monster year. I think bringing in Chase Daniel was a brilliant move, just with his mindset. He's the same age as Stafford, right around that same age. They came in together. He sat behind Drew Brees forever in New Orleans. Had an up and down season with Chicago last year. I think that was a good addition. It's going to bring them together. And David Blau is going to grow. He is what he is. He's young. He's not going to be the guy going forward at this point, but he's got the talent there. He proved that last year. I think if he can continue to work and grow, he'll be just fine. Running back situation, Kerryon Johnson needs to stay healthy. Number one, flat out, needs to stay healthy. The guy's a beast. He's a workhorse. He hits that hole and he goes. But I can say the same thing for DeAndre Swift. He's got to stay healthy too. He's missed some considerable time this year, which is going to hurt him. But I think he's smart. He's brilliant. He's quick. If you limit some of his plays, he's just going to be flashy on that field. He'll be fine. Huntley, I think, has got a real shot to make this team as a returner, either kickoff or punt. Sharing those duties with Agnew, but and I'll get to Agnew in a minute. So I think Huntley will be okay. He could be practice squad eligible. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Late round picks like that, between him and Ty Johnson. Again, I think from what I hear in camp, or what I've read in camp or seen through photos and videos, is that he's doing pretty well. So I think he's safe. You look at the fullback position with Nick Bawden going on IR, so that opens the door for Kabinda. I think Kabinda is actually a good addition to that fullback position, because if you don't run it, you can play him on special teams or you can play him on defense. I think it's a brilliant move by both Kabinda and the staff. Going back to the wide receivers, I talked about Agnew. I think he's going to flash there. I think we're going to see some options there for him to run. Obviously, can't say enough about Marvin Jones and Kenny Golladay. I think both of them will be here a long time. I don't see them breaking up. Marvin Jones may move on, but Kenny will be here for a long time. Amendola just adds to the group. He's phenomenal. Quintez Cephas, don't sleep on him. I think he's going to be a possession type receiver, good slot, good security blanket. Think of Anquan Bolden, just a lot younger. We'll go from there. And then obviously Marvin Hall was a slingshot, basically. I mean, that guy, you could fire him out of a cannon and he'd catch the ball, 500,000 miles down the field. But tight end group, I think pretty solid there. Jesse James needs to have a brilliant year to just earn that contract that he's got. He's obviously noted that in his interviews that he's had in camp. TJ Hawkinson is just a beast. We'll see what he's, what he was able to do this offseason, how that translates to the field, but he's going to be fine. Nada will be a great addition as well. He's a Grand Rapids kid, local kid. I'm an hour north of Grand Rapids, so he's going to be good. Offensive line, kind of shaky, but I kind of like it. It's shaky in the fact that it's going to be young, which is really cool. So, obviously Taylor Decker is going to be here for the foreseeable future. Joe Dahl, I've been a fan of ever since he's been here. I think he's going to have a brilliant year. He's nothing but bulked up and learned the system, so that's fantastic. Frank Ragnow, beast. Those Minnesota guys he's going to be just fine. Then you've got Jackson out of OSU. I think he's going to be day one starter. I think he's going to be a starter for quite a long time. He's going to do a fantastic job there. And then, it'll be nice between Vaitai and Crosby to see who kind of wins that job. I think Vaitai will, just because of the contract you paid him, and you've got your swing tackle then with Crosby. So I think the offense is just going to be really good. Everybody's got to hit on all cylinders. They've got weapons everywhere. Bevel's going to have a blast. And, Bevel was a brilliant hire, in my opinion. I'm going to use that term again, brilliant. He's just, stuff that he did with Stafford, the stuff that Stafford was able to do. God only knows if he would have stayed healthy, what would we have been in for? It would have been, the record didn't say it, at 3-4-1 or whatever they were when he had gone down in Oakland or after Oakland there. So I think year two in Bevel's scheme is going to be awesome. I think Patricia's going to have more fun this year, with relinquishing the calls to Corey Unlin, which I think is a good move as well. I think he's going to bring some serious coverage, types of coverage from Philadelphia, excuse my stuttering. And I think, the coaching staff is just really well put together. So the sad thing is in a year or two or three, you're probably going to see some of those guys go off for head coaching gigs. And, that's kind of neat to say with the Lions. You don't normally see, Lions leftovers go to other teams and be day one starters. You don't usually see coaching staff go and be pulled away to be a head coach somewhere else. So it's fun. It's exciting. This city needs it. Detroit needs it, needs a winner, needs to have fun, get away from this COVID stuff and have a blast this year. So I am looking forward to watching this offense. Again, I'm just going to stick to the offense for this video. I'm going to do another video with on the defense and my thoughts there. So if you like what you saw here, gear up for tomorrow. I'll come back with the defense before the cut down day, and then I'll come back with a short video to see who had cut and kind of what we're going to discuss. But anyways, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Please comment below. I'll be happy to hear what you have to say. Thank you very much. You guys have a blessed day.